So hi there, I'm Gina Stevens and I am owner and managing partner of Belwa Media. Belwa Media is an integrated digital marketing agency that specializes in helping nonprofits with their community outreach and community engagement. So today we're going to be talking about workshops and presentations. And I'm going to give you a few tips so you know what you should expect from a workshop and a presentation. So these are things that I do. These are the things that I think about when I'm putting a workshop or a presentation together. So these are great tips for those of you who are new at presenting as well. So these are the things you need to think about when you're putting a presentation together. And for those of you who attend a lot of presentations, these are the things that I want you to think about. So what you should expect from a presentation. And I also attend a lot of presentations as well. So one, when you leave, you should leave that presentation knowing at least three new things that you did not know when you got there, okay? So you should leave that presentation knowing at least three new things that you did not know when you got there, okay? Or you should leave there with three aha moments, right? Something should have happened at least 3 times during that presentation that made you think like, oh, okay, I hadn't thought about that. Okay, maybe there was certain ways you were doing things with your nonprofit that you were like, oh, okay, I hadn't really thought about that. Or maybe we should change something about the way we're doing things. That should happen at least 3 times during that presentation, okay? So 2, you should leave with clarity. You should leave that presentation or that workshop with clarity. You should not leave even more confused than you were when you got there, all right? A lot of times I go to presentations and the presenter is speaking at a level that's maybe way above your head, okay? So they are trying to impress you so much that they're speaking at a level that's so beyond you, all right? So one of the things I learned in grad school, I'll tell you, one of the things I learned in grad school is that you have to make sure that you speak for everybody in the room. You're speaking on a certain level that everyone in the room can understand you. So that's one of the things that a really good speaker does. So they don't assume that everyone in the room is a marketing person. For example, if it's a presentation about marketing, they don't assume everybody in the room is a marketing person who's at the executive level. They speak on a certain level so that there's clarity for everyone, okay? So number 3, you should not feel like your presenter tried to sell you a bunch of services. I have heard from a lot of people that when they go to presentations, it's nothing but a sales presentation. You should not feel like you've left that presentation and your presenter did nothing but try to sell you something. Even if you leave that presentation knowing 3 new things and still having clarity, you should not leave that presentation feeling like your presenter tried to sell you something. That is not what a presentation is. You are not taking time out of your day, out of your busy schedule, to go to a sales presentation. That is not what we do, okay? Do not feel like you have left that presentation feeling like your presenter tried to sell you something. Number 4, your presenter should not spend their entire time talking about gurus. That's another thing that happens, especially at marketing presentations. These presenters, especially new ones or ones who don't have a long-term reputation established, if they're a new marketing presenter, they spend a lot of time talking about the gurus. The ones that have been in the business a long time, they'll talk a lot about them. They will use them as the standard. And I feel like they use them as fillers. I feel like they use them as a way to prove that they know what they're talking about. And to me, that is that doesn't really give you what you need to know. So make sure that if you're listening to a presentation on any topic, that they don't spend their entire time talking about gurus, okay? They need to let you know that they have actually done the work themselves and that they know what they're talking about because they've actually done the work, not because they've gotten all that information from a guru. Because if they're spending all their time talking about gurus, that means all they've done is read the work that the gurus have done, and they're just regurgitating that information. So be very cautious, okay? And number 5, when you leave, ask yourself, would I pay this person to train me again? You know, you walk out of there and you say, would I actually pay this person to train me? And if you can say yes, that means you truly got value out of that presentation. You did, because you would pay that person. You know, even if it was $25, you feel like you got something out of that training because you're willing to pay that person. All right? So these are just the things I want you to think about the next time you go to a presentation. All right? Thanks for joining me. My name is Genia Stevens.